Wait, we are live. Look live. You can play your.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? I never had anybody call me and tell me that I got that.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, you're in for
We used to be on the golf carts out here. We used to be on those. I don't think we are anymore.
Well, I'm going to be fixing to be unemployed.
Uh-oh. They firing you?
Firing myself. One more week.
One more week?
Week from today, I'll be unemployed.
You got somebody hired to take your place?
No. Don't really care.
I'm not going to call you and say, well, can you come back?
Elizabeth's leaving. Abigail's leaving.
Good evening, and welcome to Scott Community High School's Goal Promoting Lights Camera Action. Student Council and sponsor, Melanie Ackerberg, are proud to coordinate homecoming. We would like to thank those who helped make this year's homecoming a success. Before we get this evening's festivities underway, thank you to Lindsay Seeley for coordinating our movie at the field. Thank you to NHS for organizing today's parade, and to the Car Club for providing classic vehicles. Thank you to Troy Lewis for the use of the golf cart. Finally, thank you to Ms. Harden and her art class for painting footballs for tonight's ceremonies. This year's homecoming theme is life and
Lose right at the end of the game. 21-17 holding.
I thought it could be down over the mic, but it's right there.
Similar with their formations on offense and defense.
She participated in competition her interests include traveling and hanging out with friends,
Hey, there's my kid right there. You want to come see me?
He participates in football, basketball, track, student council,
How about Papa?
FFA, and
You like Papa?
he helps with go far races and attends summer
I blew that right off.
include fishing, hunting, hanging out with family and friends, sports, and playing Fortnite.
Keeping an eye on me, aren't you? I don't blame you. I keep an eye on you. You used to go like that, though. You don't want to sit with me?
What's it, Grandpa?
I took you down and ran you in the rock yesterday. You don't want to sort of...
Hey. Stop getting the sucker out
This year's sophomore attendance visiting the girls are Maggie and Matthew Wheeler. Maggie is the daughter of Andy and Libby Hyman. She participates in volleyball, basketball, student council, book club, kindness project, band, FFA, and speech group. She attends the First United Methodist Security Group and is a member of the Manning Walker's Orchid Club. Her interests include hanging out with Jackson in the fall, cooking puppets, leaders coffee with Lee, Haley Walker, and Jay Darren. FaceTiming her brother Taylor to touch it back, and more followers daily on touchdown 18 teachers.
Why they're not in football? You just said basketball?
Matthew is the son of Quentin and Julie Wheeler. He participates in football, wrestling, powerlifting, and golf. He attends the First Baptist Church Youth Group, His interests include hunting, fishing, riding dirt bikes, working out, and hanging out with friends.
You put that whole thing in your mouth?
Well, that didn't take much.
This year's junior attendants representing Sleeping Beauty are Marissa Alvarado and Blaze Gospel. Marissa is the daughter of Samuel and Elisa Esperanza. She participates in tennis, band, jazz band, and FCCLA. She is also a member of NHS. Her interests include playing instruments, crafting, baking, listening to good music, traveling out of town, and spending time with her baby siblings. Ruiz is the son of Justin and Tasha Gospel. He participates in football, wrestling, trap shooting, and golf. He attends the Penn Community Church Youth Group and is a part of the 4-H trap shooting team.
Actually, they've only lost one.
His interests include hunting, fishing, spending time with friends and family, and trap shooting.
Who they play? You listen,
Now we present to you the 2024 King and Queen candidates representing UP.
All right.
Maybe another test to start saying this, isn't it? That's at the house. I'm sitting on Mom's lap. I'm not supposed to have that. Grandpa, you, Mom. You don't want anything. You want supposed to have sucker.
First thing she saw when we walked in.
She got that whole sucker in her mouth.
Yeah, those spiders.
She got blue. She's gonna have blue lips.
She's gonna be a sticky nut.
Napkin.
No, I brought baby wipes.
They work better than napkin. And then we'd really be stuck.
Avery is the daughter of
It'd be like putting gauze on a road
She
rat.
participates in volleyball, basketball, cheerleading, is the student council president, as well as the president of NHS. She attends the First Methodist Youth Group. She enjoys spending quality time with her dad now that she's the only kid at home, going to the gym, jumping shoot baskets with her mom, and hanging out with friends. Her college plan is to major in biochemistry/pre-med at an undetermined university. Hudson is the son of Matt and Jacob and the late meat cook.
Find a cure for
He participates in football, track, powerlifting, NHS, FFA, and FCA. He attends the First Baptist Church Youth Group. His interests include hunting and being outdoors. He is likely to attend K-State to pursue a degree in ag business.
No flowers.
No, it's like flowers to me, all right?
I'm just doing that for you.
You're not wearing flowers.
I'm just doing that for you.
You know, Lowry used to be in the 70s.
No, I'm told to be quiet. I don't know, you might yell. I guess I yell at Matt.
This guy will do it for you.
Huh?
This guy will do it for you.
You yelled all of it.
He was yelling at the, he was actually yelling at the Stanford game.
Well, I heard it. No wonder you put that on his post somewhere. Thank God for wrestling. Because the 7th grade game not good?
No, they got
kills. We don't block. We don't block. We don't block the rest of it. Well, Justin said Justin said head coach. Look, doesn't matter what I do, what we try, what we do about it. I can get on the ball. I'm making run laps.
Kendall is the daughter of Brian and Ginger. She participates in volleyball, basketball, track, and is the vice president of NHS. She attends the First United Methodist Church Youth League. Her interests include playing sports, hanging out with Avery, Haley, and Mackenzie, getting nice, calm lectures from her dad about every sporting event, ranting with her sister Caden, and getting advice from her mom. She plans to attend Kansas State University to major in nursing.
Well, I think we saw that with the Beavers. They were like, oh, here come they. Yeah, you don't know. You watch the pro. They don't even do it.
Up there now. Okay.
You don't, unless you're right in that group right there. They tight ends, wide, they don't do nothing. They run right by.
FCA, NHS, cross country, track, and track. He is a member of 4-H and Independent Youth Group. His interests include camping, working on the farm and ranch, and hunting. He plans to major in rangeland management at an undetermined college.
They'll have a dance after this. When I went to school, we didn't have to do it like that. Girls had on the grass, on the knees, dress like a person. No open-toed shoes whatsoever. All guys haircuts every year. No t-shirts unless they had a pocket. No shorts.
Mackenzie is the daughter of Matt and Callie Metzger. She participates in volleyball, basketball, and NHS. She attends Wednesday night youth group at St. Joseph's Catholic Church. Her interests include driving around and having sleepovers with Kendall, attending concerts with Avery, hanging out with Jackson, making a memorable senior year with girls Kendall, Haley, and Avery. Her college plans include living with Kendall Gentry while pursuing her BSN and majoring in nursing. Jackson is the son of Jamie and Karen Slocum. He participates in football, basketball, golf, track, and student council. He attends youth group and works at local family clubs. His interests include golfing, hunting, and shooting guns, frisbee, fishing, ping pong, and occasional skiing. He plans to attend Kansas State University and play football. Our junior attendants this year are Lennon Dirks and Owen Marks. Lennon is the daughter of Aaron and Megan Dirks. Owen is the son of Caden and Ashley Marks. Here to crown this year's king and queen is last year's king, Caleb Hyman. Welcome home. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. This year's 2024 homecoming king is Kelton Cook. Hugoton, please crown Avery Ruiz as the 2024
I'll just tell you right now, why not? Congratulations. Caden Cook is the homecoming king for 2024, and the queen is Avery Lewis. Congratulations. And that's just fresh right off the presses. There we go. Congratulations to both them. Avery there. Congratulations to all the candidates. Well,
On behalf of the Student Council, I would like to thank everyone for coming out and showing their support for the SCHS activities and athletics. Enjoy the game and go Beavers!
The game.
Well, Adam, I think this game is going to be a really close contest. I just think Hugoton has a good football team. I like the way this guy coaches the football team. I like what's going on. I was here for the 7th and 8th grade game last night. I like what's going on at that level. I don't know if the head coach is running the whole program, but I mean, I just like what's going on, Adam. I think it's going to be a good football game. And I'm really jazzed and excited to watch it.
Oh, for sure. It should be a good battle here tonight. Of course, talking a little bit about Hugoton, they have had a really good season up until last week. Their tough loss of 4. And, you know, this is a team, they're going to come in here and not want to let history or let, you know, the same mistake repeat itself twice here. So they're trying to get back on the winning side. But they're led by Miguel Hernandez. He's a junior quarterback. He had 251 yards rushing on 17 carries last week against Colby, including an 80-yarder in that fourth quarter that set him up for their go-ahead score. But, you know, he was their backup for about 3 games in a row last year when Martin was hurt, but then Martin came in and took charge in week 5 from here on out there. But he's going to be one that's going to be involved, as I say that as a quarterback, but he's going to have the ball almost every play. He'll carry it or pass it, and, you know, he'll be hand it off it.
That's correct. And, you know, he's only a junior, and so last year, as a sophomore, he learned a lot. And that's why he's a very experienced. When I read, wasn't that, you said it was 257 yards he had a week ago? I mean, holy cow. Yeah, well, you know how it is, Adam. In high school, a lot of times you take your best athlete and you put him at quarterback because he's going to handle the football every time. And then he's a threat to run, to hand it off, or to throw it.
100% there. They do have a pretty decent backfield. They are pretty young in the backfield. No seniors. You say Gerdado and Eli Camacho and Jair Saldano kind of be in that backfield, and they are a fairly young team. Not a lot of seniors start, but if they are experienced, they're up front, and they are anchored by Joseph A. Hernandez, a senior. He's one of 3 seniors. This is a unit that had 4 returning starters from last year.
Well, if I was going to have returning starters, I would want my offensive line to return every year. I could find a sophomore to hand that ball off to some halfbacks and fullbacks, and you know what I mean, Adam.
Yes.
So I think that's the best place to start when you have returners. Let's have linemen.
For sure there, and they've had some pretty good success running the football, around 260 yards per game. They don't pass it a whole lot. Will they pass it a little bit more tonight? We shall see, but they average just around 47 yards a game passing, 307 yards, but 33 points. Their numbers are a little bit down from last year, but I think their schedule overall through the first 3 games may have been a little tougher with the Lakin game included in there. They put in Lakin, did not play Guyman. So, you know, that changes that how their season has worked to this point.
Sure, Lakin's a good football team.
Yes.
They only beat Lakin by, I think, 10 points, wasn't it, or 10, 12 points?
Yeah, they had to kind of use the defense for defensive scores to beat Lakin, and that's a team that is going to be pretty good in the 2A8 district this year in that 2A classification. Defensively, the Eagles, they'll run a 44. We mentioned that earlier. They give up an average of 11 points per game and just under 200 yards of offense. They really held Ulysses down in week 2 and Southwestern Heights down pretty big in week 1 as well. But a lot of similarities for Scott City and Hugoton on the defensive end. We'll flip it over to the offensive side for Scott City. They put up 477 yards on the ground last week, and it all started off with Caden Couchman's 64-yard touchdown run.
Oh, man, Adam, that was fantastic. I can still see that run in my mind's eye. That was before the wheels kind of fell off in the football game. But, I mean, yes, we did a lot of good things, but boy, I think tonight they better have their discipline caps on, and let's be a disciplined football team.
That's one thing Coach has alluded to, especially the last 2 weeks. A lot of holdings been called. They've been in double digits of penalties being called or accepted on them over the last couple weeks, and that has been huge. That's one thing, and then cut down on those mistakes. They've got to really cut down on the mistakes if they want to have a long season.
Well, you know how it is, Adam. It's attention to detail. And when it comes to attention to detail, that means hang on to the ball, look the ball all the way in when it's thrown to you. Don't hold. Absolutely don't hold, especially close to the hole where at the point of attack. Maybe over here in the corner somewhere you might get away with a hold, but not at the point of attack. Can't do it.
You're right there. It should be an interesting battle here tonight. Scott City's defense, they've shortened things up. Yeah, they gave up the 80-yard touchdown reception last week because, a little slippage of a player in the secondary, but they held him to 133 yards passing, or 53 after that, but held Ulysses to negative 29 yards rushing last week. So that was a good sight to see, and I thought it was good to get out of Ulysses with a big victory.
Well, yeah, and Ulysses had a pretty good-sized team, and so to hold them to 29 negative yards is fantastic.
We're going to come back in 2 minutes for your starting lineups and keys to the game and the kickoff. After this 2-minute break, this is Beaver Football.
And raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, give us a call at
At Red Barn Enterprises, we bring you the best products in agriculture through the Max Yield system, placing the right products on every field of your farm. Use Axis Seed, BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio to enhance your crop's resilience and productivity today. Trust Red Barn Enterprises for all your crop needs, and join us in cheering on the Beavers.
Temperature, southeast winds right around 10 to 15 miles per hour here for kickoff, but no clouds to worry about here tonight. The sun's going to set here in about a half an hour. Right now, let's go ahead and get to those starting lineups here tonight. Those are once again presented here by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. Also, starting lineup here tonight, Hugoton, coached by Jay Witt in his 4th season, record of 21-12. They were a 6-3 team a year ago. They will start off at quarterback, the junior, Miguel Hernandez. Isaiah Gardado is a sophomore. Eli Camacho, the halfback, a sophomore. Jair Saldana is a junior. The center is Aquiles Aguilera. He's a sophomore. Riley Pennington and Joseph A. Hernandez are the guards. Robert Williams, the left tackle, and Grant Niehaus is the right tackle. The wide receivers, Alan Ornelas and Hunter Burrows, a pair of juniors. For the Scott City Beaver defense in that 44 look, it'll be Ryan Lotta, Emilio Contreras in the interior line, the senior and junior, Case Armendariz, Jackson Rumford, your senior defensive ends, Oscar Mendez and Easton Eisenhower getting the start once again. At inside linebacker, your outside backers, Caden Couchman and Brody Holstein, the juniors. Corners, Alex Tarango and Peyton Bergner. Bergner had an interception last week in the win over Ulysses, and the free safety is the senior speedster, Camden Vogelmore. Those are your starting lineups here. Let's go over to Keys of the Game, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout, where you go with the proven winner.
When you scout opponents, you look for weakness in the opposing team. Who can we, Scott City, target tonight? Who can we take advantage of on the other team? Hugoton, out of their 22 starting positions, only have 7 seniors filling those positions. Scott City has 12 seniors filling their 22 positions. My guess is Scott City has seen plenty of areas to take advantage of young players tonight, and I really think that's the key to the game.
All right, once again, your keys of the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Little, side note with this matchup here between Scott City and Hugoton, you have two first cousins battling on one side. One is an assistant coach. He's, I think, up in the booth here, is going to be Gavin Williams. He graduated from Hugoton 3 years ago. Trey Ryan on the Scott City side, a senior linebacker, offensive lineman. He is suited up. He should be back into action possibly tonight. I imagine that if they tried to text each other, what's the scouting report? I imagine they left each other on red if that would have been the case.
Yeah, well, I'm not answering.
I did ask Trey if they've talked a week, and the answer was no. So.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, and you bring that up. Years and years ago, Ness City was like our biggest opponent back in those days in football. Somebody from Ness City, scouted Scott City supposedly, and it was all family-related type stuff. So, them kind of deals go on.
And that they do.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, for sure. Once again, it's a gorgeous night here in Scott City. Okay, they did get him right. So Scott City will be kicking off, defending the south end zone. They'll have the wind at their back here in this first quarter. Hugoton will receive. Other games of interest tonight, starting off in district competition, Colby and Holcomb. That is a battle of 1-0 teams in the district. Colby, of course, beating Hugoton last week. Holcomb beating Goodland 28-14. And then this game, Scott City and Hugoton. Goodland and Ulysses matching up at Cowboy Stadium for their homecoming tonight. So that's their Goodland's out of district week 5 once again. The Beavers wearing the home dark blue tops, the navy blue tops, the Columbia blue pants, the Columbia blue helmets, the SC decal on both sides, and the white numbers on those navy blue jerseys with lighter blue trim. Hugoton wearing the road white tops. They've got blue numbers and letters, red trim, red pants. They've got the red, white, and blue stripes on the side. They got that Power Eagle, looks like the Philadelphia Eagle decal on the side of those red helmets.
Man, I tell you what, Adam, the colors of the field, the teams, their uniforms, the big crowd, homecoming. Look at our kids over here, neon clothing.
Neon theme tonight.
Oh, man, I just love everything that's going on.
As Jackson Rumford, we should have 2 of the best kickers in the league here tonight. Jackson Rumford is 83% on touchbacks last Friday night kicking off. The other one will be Christian Zazumba, who is a really good kicker. Rumford has it teed up at the 40-yard line, deep to return for Hugoton. That is going to be Eli Camacho and Jair Saldana, and this homecoming game is underway. And this one's an end-over and kick about 3 yards deep in the end zone. And Hugoton will start 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Oh, that's the best kind of kicks. That way nobody runs a touchdown back on you.
That's Jackson's 8th touchback of the season. And so we'll see the Hugoton offense first. With the ball at their own 20. Jim Turner once again in his 9th year here in Scott City. 65-22 is his record here in Beaver Country. The Eagles, they normally don't run a tight end. They'll run a wing or halfback to the right, 2 receivers to the right, a slot receiver there, and 1 to the left. Pistol set up here for the junior quarterback, Miguel Hernandez, on 1st and 10. It's just going to be a keeper up the middle, and that's swallowed up immediately. About a 2-yard gain to the 22 as he falls between the guard and tackle on the right side. Jackson Rumford with the tackle, 2nd and 8.
Well, with the quarterback a week ago, rushing for 257 yards, my first thought is that they spread you out to run on you up the middle.
You're going to see a lot of that over the next few weeks with that spread out, and Hugoton will run a lot more than they will pass, and probably 75-80 to 20 pass run ratio. 2nd and 8, ball in the middle of the field, 22-yard line, 1st minute of the ball game, no score. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. He'll be a wing to the right, and it'll be an option keeper. This time it is Hernandez across the 25. He'll take it to the 27 for 5 on 2nd down. He was brought down by Jackson Rumford and sets up a 3rd and 3.
That was the true triple option, faking it to the fullback. Quarterback decided to keep it, and he had a pitch man out there. So that will be fun. Fun to see if he does the pitch thing too, Adam.
Yep. Vogelmore also in on that tackle. Scott City's defense this year, 29% on 3rd down, but 3rd and manageable for Hugoton. Middle of the field, 27-yard line. A 3-receiver set, twins the left in the flex bone. An empty backfield with 2 halfbacks. They'll send Saldana in motion from left to right, just a quarterback sweep right side, and Scott City blast him for a yard loss to the 26-yard line. Lotta delivering the blow. Also helping out there was Oscar Mendez, and a big 1-2-3 and out for the Scott City defense.
Yeah, Ryan Lotta from that defensive tackle position just slanted right in there. Beautiful play by Scott City's defense.
That was a credit to the defensive end, Case Armendariz, turning him in there, and he ended up in there on the tackle. Back to punt will be Isaiah Gerdado. He'll take the snap. It's a low one. He'll left foot kicker, and Tarango will catch it. He muffs it, but he picks it up at his own 43-yard line, and he'll take it to the 48-yard line. A 5-yard return off of about a 32-yard punt.
You don't see the football, that unround object, bounce straight back up in the air like that very often.
No.
And, it was like he dribbled it off the ground. It came up there at about belly button high, and all he had to do was step forward and catch it. And
it was an unusual punt. It's like he kicks it with the nose of the football. Anyways, up the middle, Kelton Cook on 1st and 10, takes it for 7 into Hugoton territory to the 45-yard line. Von Grubbs, the junior defensive end, with the tackle, but a nice run for the homecoming Kings, 2nd and 3.
I like the way the officials spotted that, too.
Yes, they're quick to spot it.
They are.
45-yard line in Hugoton territory for Scott City. Couchman in motion. Vogelmore swinging out left. Here's Rumford. 40-yard line down the left sideline. 35, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 33-yard line. And a nice pitch and catch of 12 on Rumford's 13th reception of the year.
You know, that's a great play in my mind. We have two wideouts out here. They throw it to Jackson Rumford, and then he's got a blocker immediately in front of him, and you've got cornerback and a safety that aren't near as big as Jackson.
33-yard line sweep play right side. This is to Kevin Wiebe, and he'll take it for 4 to the 29 on 1st down. Tackle made by Robert Williams, the inside linebacker. But a gain of 4 keeps Scott City on schedule, 2nd and 6.
I like that, on schedule. We're on schedule. I love that thought, Adam. That's exactly what needs to happen here.
3 minutes into this first quarter, the Beavers at the Hugoton 29-yard line, middle of the field, 2nd and 6 in a scoreless game. Back to passes, Vogelmore on 2nd down. Down the seam for Wiebe. He'll make the catch. 15, cuts it right side, 10, 5, touchdown Scott City. A 29-yard pass down the seam to Kevin Wiebe, his first touchdown catch of the year. And the Beavers go 4 plays to score to lead it 6-0.
Oh, Adam, that was just how you scripted it on the blackboard in the locker room. That was a beautiful pass, a great catch, and Wiebe kept his eyes on the ball, catches the ball. You know, they're playing a zone defense here. You better call this kick.
Here's Rumford to attempt the PAT out of the hold of Alex Tarango. Rumford this year 12 of 14 on extra points. Easton Eisenhower is the long snapper. The kick is off to the right, but he sneaks it in the right upright, and it is perfect. And Scott City draws first blood with 8:52 to go first quarter. 7-0 Beavers. They'll kick off in 30 seconds. This is Scott City football.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 car trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
A nice 66-second drive for Scott City, 4 plays, 52 yards, and a nice 29-yard pitch and catch. Kevin Wiebe with his 6th reception of the year, and he finds the end zone receiving for the first time. Camden Volgamore's 21st career touchdown pass, his 4th of the year. Extra point booted in to make it 7-0. Football presented by Ag Management Services, American Implement, B&H Paving, Burley Grain, Beavertown FFL, Beef Belt, Burning Farms, Shells Flowers, and more Circle C Farms. Clint Stiesel repairing decal there. This one's a squib kick. It's taken by Peachy. He takes it across the 20-25, and that's where he'll be marked down about a 17-yard return. Underneath there was Matthew Wheeler. Correction, that was Camacho on the kickoff return.
Well, it's just like I said in the keys to the game, scouting. Scouting is so important. Who can we take advantage of on the other side of the field? And we had 2 really nice pass plays, so that tells you something. Most high school football teams play zone defense also. And when you play zone defense, a lot of kids just stand in their area. They don't move well with anybody coming through there. And that's what it looked like on the Wiebe catch.
25-yard line, left hash marked, 1st and 10. A 2-receiver set in the flex bone. Quarterback is Miguel Hernandez. Sends a man in motion, and it'll be an option keeper to the right side, and Scott City stuffs that nicely. Good job of crashing down there by the junior defense or outside backer, Brody Holstein. A gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Now, the other thing that's going on here, Adam, if Scott City can hold Hugoton and then get another score quickly, you got Hugoton, who's mainly a running team, and they'd be down by a couple of touchdowns. That puts them in an uncomfortable situation on offense. Okay, are we going to continue to run, or should we pass it occasionally to try and catch up?
Officially no gain on the play. 2nd down. Hernandez has had all 4 of the carries so far in this first quarter. He'll get the snap with 8 to snap it. Back to pass. Has all kinds of time now. The pocket collapses. Rumford chasing down from behind. They'll throw it away and out of the reach. Trying to jump up and trying to catch that was Caden Cashman about the 36-yard line. The intended receiver is Eli Camacho, 3rd and 10.
Well, there we are with that pass play, and they're going to have to try another one, you would assume, with it being 3rd and 10. Passing is uncomfortable for Hugoton, or they would do it a whole lot more, in my opinion.
They'll bring in Griffin Edwards on a 3rd down package. Also Kay John. 3rd and 10. Hugoton at their own 25. 7:58 to go first quarter. 7-0 Scott City on the 29-yard pitch and catch to Kevin Wiebe from Camden Volgamore. Hernandez with a 2-receiver set, 1 to both sides, sends Camacho in motion. He'll be back to pass. Under duress, he get hit. He throws the passes. Cut for a 1st down at the 40-yard line. The reception made on the left side that time by Jair Saldana, and Peyton Bergner with the tackle on a 15-yard pass play for a Hugoton 1st down.
Well, we had pressure on the quarterback. That's the best defense you can have, is a pass defense in high school, at any level, really. They had pressure on him. He threw a wonderful pass over there.
Just outside the 40. In Hugoton territory for the Eagles, a fresh set of downs, down 7-0. 7.5 to go first quarter. They have 15 to snap it. 2 receivers set in their flex bone, 1 to each side. From the left hash mark, it's going to be the option. They'll pitch it and then bobbling it, picking it up. And this is going to go nowhere for Saldana. He gets met by a host of Beavers for a 3-yard loss at the 37. Camden Volgamore also in there, Alex Charango, Case Armendariz.
And what's unusual about that, Adam, on that pitch, he finally caught it out there. If he'd have dribbled it off the ground, I think he'd have lost it. But we had 4 guys there to tackle him. 4 guys on this pitch play that's clear over here almost to the sideline. That means we are pursuing big time.
Should also include Brody Holstein, who is also in there on that tackle. He actually led the charge. 2nd and 13, 37-yard line, right hash mark for Hugoton in their own territory. A 3-receiver set, 2 wings, empty backfield. Hernandez sends man in motion. He'll get the toss. That is Camacho to the left, and he gets drilled, knocked back that time by the Grouch. Oscar Mendez for no gain. 3rd and long coming up.
Oscar Mendez mainly plays linebacker on the inside. He is a wonderful linebacker. 5'11", 200-pounder. And maybe, Adam, when we watch these games, he might be the hardest hitter out there.
3rd and 12. You are right. He is one of those at oldest level, yeah. It is 3rd and 12. Hugoton has converted a 3rd down on this drive. This one a little longer to go. They went 15 yards on their pass play. We're at the midway point of this 12-minute first quarter, 7-0 Scott City. Hugoton 5 to snap it. Will bay back to pass with Hernandez. And he has to tuck it up. He eludes one. This is where he's in trouble. 45, and he gets the first down on the scramble into Scott City territory to the 49-yard line. He gained 14 on 3rd and 13, and that is where he is dangerous, is when he's in the open.
Man, we blitzed a linebacker. Eisenhower went in with the 4 front guys, too. But as Hernandez danced around in there, he got into the middle. Now, Coach would say, somebody didn't stay in their lane. Well, whatever. You know, he got away, and he is so quick. He is so quick. You can just see it. He looks like he could break one at any moment when he gets away like that.
For sure. He did have an 80-yard run that set up their go-ahead score last week in the 4th quarter against Colby. They ball at the 49 of Scott City for Hugoton, 1st and 10. Under 5.5 to go first quarter, 7-0 Beavers. Man in motion is Camacho to be a quarterback power sweep left side, and that's blowing up immediately. No gain on the play. Host of Beavers in there. You had Emilio Contreras on the top of that pile. About maybe half-yard loss, but 2nd and 10 coming up.
Next year, I'll say Contreras is our hardest hitter.
Yeah.
He is awesome, too, at hitting. So is Eisenhower. I mean, we got some kids in. I'm picking on some kids right now. But, our defense, I've always thought over the years, is just outstanding. Coach Turner is a good defensive coach.
8th play of the drive. Ball just across midfield in Scott City territory. Hugoton with a 4-minute drive here. And they will run the option. They'll give it to the fullback on 2nd down, and that's going nowhere as well. Underneath there on that was Case Armendariz on the carry that time. By the fullback, I believe that was Isai Guardado.
Well, I don't want to give anything away here. I hope Hugoton's not listening to me. But, man, if I was them, I would roll that quarterback out and tell him to run it, most of the time.
We got a
timeout?
Official timeout here.
What's going on?
I think.
Knee pad?
Are
you kidding me?
Blood. They're looking. Official White Hat Rick Armstrong telling Rumford he has to.
There's blood on his knee.
Okay, that's why he has to exit for a play here.
Yeah.
And if you're Scott City, do you think about calling timeout? Nope. They're going to bring in. They're going to knock Kate John out to a defensive end, and they'll bring in once again Griffin Edwards along the D line. Hugoton has converted 2 3rd downs on this drive. It's 3rd and 10, 49 at Scott City left hash mark. Hernandez dropping back pass, and we've got movement. I think Scott City might have been in the neutral zone, and they were on the hard count.
Yeah, we were right there at the quarter. Maybe the center squeezed the ball a little harder right before he snapped it. Something set one of our defensive tackles.
The hard count by the quarterback. Now sets up a 3rd and 5. And you got to think probably for Hugoton, this is going to be 4-down territory.
I would think so. Well, they're at inside our 45, so why not?
3rd and 5, under 4 to go first quarter, 7-0 Scott City. But the Eagles with almost a 5-minute drive. 9th play coming up here. 2 receivers to the right. They'll send a man in motion. They're going to fake the toss counter left side, and Scott City swallows that up for maybe a yard loss. Ryan Lotta staying home, not over pursuing from his defensive tackle spot. It's going to be a loss of 1 for Hernandez, and decision time for Hugoton on 4th and 6.
Well, now will he play field position? He's going to punt.
He is. He's going to send the punt unit out. 3:18 to go. They do have to punt into the wind. It'll be Isai Guardado to punt.
Probably 10 to 15 wind.
Alex Tarango standing at about his own 11, matching his jersey number. Left-footed kicker. This one's a wobbly kick, and Tarango he will make the catch at the 9. Goes left side, trying to bounce it outside the numbers. 15, stiff arm, 20. 25, and breaks through a tackle. And he's just to the 30-yard line, or right about to the 30-yard line. A nice 20-yard return. There is a flag on the field at the 44-yard line of Scott City. We will hold on for a moment here with 2:53 to go first quarter.
Well, your first thought is holding on Scott City. My second thought is personal foul on somebody.
The officials are talking this over. The white hat once again tonight is Rick Armstrong. They're having a long discussion about this one.
They sure are. Now there's 3 of them in there talking it over.
And now we got 80% of the stripes there.
Now there's 4 of them in there.
And it's not where they're going to go eat afterwards. It's only the first quarter. Now, are they going to bring in a 5th?
To break the tie.
Yeah. Yep, they're all together. Right at about the top of the S at around midfield.
And they may be discussing, you know, could it be brought back and punted again? They're going to wave it off.
They're going to wave the flag off. So
okay, good. You very rarely see that,
No.
but that's a good thing. I mean, it's on. Who knows who it was on?
So, first and 10, Scott City. They will have the ball at their own 29-yard line with a 7-0 lead and 2:53 to go here in the first quarter. Hugoton burning off nearly 6 minutes on that drive and 9 plays. So they'll be at the left hash mark, own 29, pistol wing T. They'll send Weeby in motion. He'll swing it out to the right to Tringa. Oh, it's a little high and incomplete. It was a good idea that time, but Hugoton bringing a blitz that time may have thrown Vogelmore off a little bit, 2nd and 10.
Well, I thought Vogelmore maybe thought that Rumford was out there, the big guy, so he threw a little high. Didn't happen. No, I don't know what it. I'm not sure.
Well, just kind of looking at, maybe had a little bit too much adrenaline, slipped out of his hands maybe a little bit. 2nd and 10, though, 29-yard line, left hash mark, man in motion, sweep play left side. This is a Caden Couchman. Bounces it outside the numbers across the 30, 35, and he'll be brought down about a yard shy of the first down at the 38-yard line. That time by Adrian Adigan, the freshman. So Couchman's carrying almost 9, and it'd be 3rd and about 2, they'll say.
Adigan, that's the girls basketball coach?
Yes.
Okay. At Hugoton. Yeah.
Scott City last week was struggled on 3rd down, but they got a first down run for Kelton Cook across the 40 to the 46 on a gain of 9, and a quick hitter by Cook. He has 2 carries and 16 yards, and Scott City with their 3rd, 1st and 10. They were 53% coming into the game on 3rd down prior to that play.
Well, Hugoton has got a 4-man front, 4 linebackers, and Scott City's still running on them.
Hugoton's been bringing their 2 outside backers up on the line of scrimmage, making it look like a 6-2. Now they send Cook because the slot receiver's a quarterback keeper up the middle for Vogelmore, and Hugoton defends it well. It'll be Grant Niehaus, the defensive end, limiting Cameron and Vogelmore to no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, like you said, Adam, it looks like a 6-2. Their outside linebackers look more like defensive ends. Back when we had a 4-4 and Larry Huck was here, we had 2 blitzes. One was red and the other one was dog. Red was the inside guys. Dog was the outside guys.
A gain of a yard officially, 2nd and 9. Sweep play right side. This is the Weeby. He's trying to cut it up, but Hugoton defends it nicely. And that'll be tackle made by Joseph A. Hernandez. Weeby just a gain of a yard to the 48-yard line, setting up a 3rd and 8.
That makes it a 3rd and long situation.
Final minute of this first quarter, 7-0 Scott City. Can Scott City convert a 2nd straight 3rd down? Last one, they had a 9-yard run by Kelton Cook on 3rd down and about 2. Rumford will be split to the right. Couchman, the slot receiver, left. Tarango to left. Halfback to the left.
Oh.
And we got movement on Scott City on the right side.
Yeah, we're moving for the snap of the ball.
And so instead of 3rd and 8, it's 3rd and 13 with under 48 seconds to go first quarter.
Our guess would be a pass for sure now.
Yep. 3rd and 13. Pierce Vallejo was in there. He'll check out. Cook will come back in for him. Pierce has been able to play last couple of weeks. He had 3 touchdowns on Friday night against Ulysses. He also had 3 in the JV game against Ulysses on Monday.
Oh, really?
Leitner split wide to the right. Pistol wing tee. Here's Tarango in motion on 3rd and 13. Play fake. Vogelmore steps back. Looking down the field, right side, Tarango. Oh, just a little too high. He takes a late shot that time in the back by the secondary. Hernandez, I believe that was. Correction, that was Hunter Burrows, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Wow.
And penalties derailing that drive for Scott City.
Sure have. And two passes thrown high. Well, we'll have to see how Vogelmore handles the ball in the future.
Rumford averaging almost 48 yards a punt, has the wind at his back with 19.9 to go first quarter. He'll stand at his own 30. It's a fake. Here's Vogelmore back to pass. Now he's under duress. Rolls to his right, pump fakes. Still looking downfield, trying to find Catchman, and he underthrows it. And it's going to be a turnover on downs at the Hugoton 43-yard line with 12 seconds to go first quarter. Or at the Scott City 43.
Well, they always work in practice, Adam, those special plays. But I think it's a good thing to get it out here. Let's try it, at some point. It's not like we're desperate. We just need some work on that.
12 seconds to go first quarter. 1st and 10 for Hugoton will be at the Scott City 43-yard line, middle of the field. Probably see just maybe one more play left in this opening period. Flexbone set with the receiver left. Tight end also left side. They'll hand it off, and that is going to be a loss in the play of 2 yards. Right immediately, Jair Saldana, who got the carry, right as he got the handoff, was hit. I believe that was Case Armendariz in there. And that's the end of your first quarter. 7-0 Scott City with the lead over Hugoton. 12 minutes in the books. We'll come back in a minute for the second quarter of play. This is Beaver football.
Sports have this amazing way of making a positive impact in our community. Whether it's helping children, boosting local economies, or creating role models, that's our goal at American Implement too. We believe in being a part of the communities we serve by just being a good neighbor. Thanks for being ours.
BBN is brought to you by Lone Tree Farms, J&R, Nextech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, S&T, Scott County Hospital, Scott Co-op, Security State Bank,
roadside assistance, and more. Get peace of mind with your next pre-owned vehicle. Buy Lewis Certified. See the full Lewis Certified guarantee at buylewis.com.
Yes, 1 minute total. Second down and long as play resumes. 2nd and 12, 46-yard line. 2nd and 13, play fake. Hernandez now under duress. Now trying to go to his right, and he is going to be brought down by Case Armendariz inside the 45 in Hugoton territory. Case Armendariz with the sack. That is his 3rd of the year, and his 3rd and long on the first play of the second quarter.
Wow. That put Hugoton in a deep hole when they had a good start. I mean, this series started at the Scott City 44-yard line, and now they are at their own 44-yard line.
3rd and 22 to be exact. The Eagles 2 of 4 on 3rd down here tonight, trailing 7-0 first minute of the second period. Scott City shuffles their defensive personnel around, 5 to snap it. Back to pass, play fake, looking down the middle of the field. Pass is going to be deflected that time by Caden Couchman as they tried to go down the seam to Jair Saldana, who had a 15-yard reception on a 3rd and 10 earlier in the game, and it's going to be a punt coming up for Hugoton. Good defensive play that time by the junior.
Well, if one team calls a fake punt, you suppose the other one will?
Well, we'll see if it'll be Isaiah Gerdado that would throw it, or the blocking back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's just going to kick this one a high, wobbly kick, a good kick. This will take Tarango to his own 16-yard line. Eludes one, has the right side. He's got room. 30. Outside the numbers, 35, 40. Breaks your tackle, 50, 45, 40, still on his feet, 36-yard line. Oh, he was one man away, the punter. Gerdado had the touchdown saving tackle on a 37-yard punt and about a 40-yard return.
Like I've said before, Tarango is a weapon out there. Good ball catcher, good speed, got some great blocks, and then used his speed about the 35 just to get on up the field. Made a great cutback here. I thought he was actually going to go all the way.
A 43-yard punt return. Make that a 44-yard punt return. Sits Scott City up on the plus side of the 50 at just inside the 37 right hash mark as they go into the win in the second quarter. Pistol wing T, tight end over the left side. This is going to be a sweep play. This is Caden Couchman. Cuts it up. Oh, he's upended immediately, but not before a gain of 4 to the 32, and he was an ankle tackle away from breaking that one. And a nice play that time.
Nice tackle.
By Jorge Aguilera, the junior.
I hope they have little Tarango catching punts in practice for the future.
Well, they do in the JV games.
Awesome.
And kick returns. Second and 5. They give him 5. 32-yard line of Hugoton for Scott City. 10:20 to go second quarter. 7-0 Beaver lead. Tight end run for the right side. Couchman in motion. Kelton Cook up the middle. Inside the 25 has the first down as he takes it to the 23-yard line on a gain of 9. He has 3 carries at 25 yards. And the fourth Scott City 1st and 10.
Nice run. Cook, he runs well once he gets that football. And he seems to be following the blockers and, that kind of stuff as he goes down the field on that one. I mean, it's just straight down the middle, but, good run.
Tarango splits to the left, tight end right side. Pistol wing T, it's option keeper. This is Volgamore across the 20, inside the 15, and almost broke it there. It'll be a gain of about 11 to the 12, and it'll be another 1st and 10 for Scott City.
Yeah, when you got a quarterback who can carry the football, do it well, and he's quick, he's fast, that just gives us a little more offensive firepower is the way I want to look at it.
Fourth play of this drive for Scott City. They have a couple of first downs as they have it at the Eagle 12-yard line in the Lewis Automotive red zone with 9.5 to go first half. This is Cook inside the 10 and churning, and he'll get to about the 6 on first down. A nice run of 6 as that was Adrian Adigan with the tackle. A gain of 5 officially.
Oh, my. It is a gorgeous night, Adam.
Isn't it?
And a little bit, I'll bet that moon shows up a little bit later, and he'll be a big orange ball over there.
Scott City, 68% in the red zone this year. 9 minutes to go, second quarter, 5th play of the drive up the middle. Cook, and this time Hugoton drops him for no gain on the play. Maybe eked out a couple inches, but it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Look like we were almost not going to make that handoff there. Like he had to stretch out there to get it to him.
Correction, that was Couchman on the carry for no gain. 6th play of this drive. Scott City 1 of 2 on 3rd down, leading at 7-0 with 8:38 to go second quarter. They're at the Hugoton 7-yard line toward the middle of the field as they go into the south end zone. Wind's starting to die down a little bit. Triangle split to the right. Play fake. Rolling to his right is Volgamore. Looks for Couchman. He'll make the catch. He'll haul it in, and he's got reservations for 6. Touchdown, Scott City. Caden Couchman's first receiving touchdown of the year. The first since Colby a year ago, and it's 13-0 second quarter.
There we go. We maintained a disciplined drive, disciplined series, and stuck it in the end zone. Started off with that big punt return, so we didn't have to go 70, 80 yards. We had to go 44 yards or whatever it was, 34 yards. I don't know what it was.
Rumford to try to kick this one as a 6-play, 36-yard drive that took 89 seconds. The extra point is high, and it is good. As you can hear the middle schoolers in the south end zone screaming on that one. It's 14-0 Beavers, 8:23 to go second quarter. We'll come back with the Scott City kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Beaver football. football presented here by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugoton, Benz, Fairleigh Companies, First National Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, Fro Heating and Cooling, Fro Ag Service, Fro Electric, Good Anesthesia, Pain Management Services, and Great Western Tire, Deckmark Furniture. Scott City take advantage of that 44-yard punt return by Alex Tarango, a 6-play, 36-yard drive in 90 seconds, and they get the 7-yard pass play. A little swing pass to the right to Caden Couchman from Camden-Volgamore. The extra point knocked in by Jackson Rumford to make this a 14-0 game, but great execution on that third down, Tim.
It sure was, Adam. You know, they were so close you probably thought they were going to run the ball. That was what was great. It was a surprise attack. They threw the ball out there in the wing. Touchdown.
Here's Rumford to kick this one into a little bit of a breeze, a low wobbly kick, and this is going to take it on a couple of bounces. This will be Camacho at the 10. He'll go left 15, and he will not even get to the 20-yard line as a colony of Beavers collapse on him at the 19-yard line. Get Griffin Edwards, Oscar Mendez, Case Armendariz leading the charge there.
I'm glad in high school we could still have a real kickoff.
Isn't that the truth?
I don't like that pro football thing.
Beavers now with a 2-score lead here in the second quarter, 8:17 to go at 14-0. Eagles went 3 and out on their last series.
Well, it's time for them to do something.
Well, if you're Scott City, not yet.
Well, I know, but for them, they think they got to do something.
They're going to bunch the receivers, one on each side of the formation. They'll send Saldon in motion to the right. It'll just be an option carry. And keeping it is going to be Hernandez, and he gets a nice 4 or 5-yard run to the 24-yard line on first down, setting up about a second and medium coming up.
I think it's a line play. Scott City's owning Hugoton in this game. Now, we'll see what happens on this series. But we have been getting penetration. We're in their backfield.
And Emilio Contreras and Oscar Mendez teaming up on that tackle. 2nd and 5, Hugoton, Eagle 24. 7:40 to go, second quarter, 14-0. Scott City. 3 receiver set, twins to the left, one to the right. Saldon in motion. He'll go line up as a wing to the right. They'll run the option, and they'll pitch it to him late. And that was a mad mistake because Holstein was waiting for him right after he got the pitch for a loss of 1 to the 23.
Yeah, that didn't work well. At the pitch, man, we were right there. We had him.
It'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Eagles, 23-yard line. 7-minute mark, second quarter, so they'll bring in K. John on that rush package on 3rd down.
Yeah, you'd think it's going to be a pass, so they want to rush that quarterback.
Eagles 2 of 5 on 3rd down here. They have Matthew Wheeler also in the game for the Beavers. He's an outside backer. Tight formation, Saldon motion, back to pass. Looking right side, a wheel route is going to be incomplete. Oh, is that going to? Nope, incomplete. I thought they were going to call maybe almost a targeting penalty. It was overshot for the intended receiver out of the backfield. I believe that was Camacho, but I think Tarango did light up a little bit, so it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, yeah, I'm with you. He kind of looked like a defenseless wide receiver. But I don't know. If he'd have jumped up in the air and tried to make the catch, he might have called pass interference.
This is the 3rd punt here, and this is good snap. Left-footed kicker booms this one away. Does Gordado, takes Tarango to his own 36. Sees a lot of white shirts and breaks through tackle right side up. This is going to come back. A flag is out. And here's Tarango inside the 30, 25, 21-yard line. Tackled once again by the punter. But this one's coming back, and Scott City will set up inside their own 35-yard line for their next series.
Yeah. They're going to discuss it again a little bit.
That was a 40-yard punt and about a 40-yard return, 41-yard return. But it's all for naught. The block in the back on Scott City. Their 3rd penalty for 20 yards. Hugoton is yet to be penalized here tonight.
Wow, that's a disciplined football team.
Well, that's a tough call. It's, you know, more than anything, when you get blocks in the back on special teams, that's more of a hustle play and not necessarily a discipline thing.
Nah.
33-yard lines where Scott City will set up shop. They'll take over with 6:33 to go second quarter and a 14-0 lead. Own 20, or make that 33-yard line. Jack Leitner split wide to the right. And tight end Rumford to left. Play fake. This will be an option right side. And he'll pitch is late to Cook, and he catches it from behind, but he's got the first down. 45 midfield, breaks through a tackle, and then gets tossed out of bounds at about the 43-yard line of Hugoton. That time by, once again, the punter, Isai Gerdado. He's also a linebacker, but a nice gain for a first down.
Vogelmoor waited to the last possible moment to pitch that. He was being tackled as he pitched that. And then there was great blocking.
23-yard run, 1st and 10. Scott City running unbalanced to left. Couchman trying to bounce the outside, going backwards, and he's going to be losing 2 yards as Scott City, or Hugoton, correction, with Vaughn Grubbs with the tackle for a loss of 2, and that one was just defended well by Hugoton.
Yeah, they were out there. They got penetration. They had defensive end out there, linebacker, cornerback. Everybody came to the play.
Scott City moved the right tackle, Griffin Edwards, over to the left side. 2nd and dozen. Just past the midway mark of the second quarter. Scott City 14, Hugoton nothing. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol back is Kelton Cook on 2nd down and 12. Vogelmoor steps up, fires it for Tarango down the field, and it's going to be overshot. That time coverage applied by Adigan, the freshman, as he kind of slowed down the run or the route of Tarango. 3rd down and 12 coming up.
That's exactly what he did, Adam. Adigan got in front of Tarango, and so when Tarango saw where the ball was, then he was going to turn it on to the, his topmost speed. Well, Adigan's in the way. He couldn't get by him.
Holcomb is leading Colby 21-0 at the end of the first quarter up at Colby.
Okay. We have a date with Colby coming up one of these.
Well, we got to worry about Hugoton and then Holcomb next week.
Oh, it's next week. I didn't know when it was.
Well, we're going to get timeout on the field first for Scott City here with 5:32 to go second quarter. Let's take a 1-minute break for now. Beavers up 14-0. This is Scott City football. City burning one of their 3 timeouts with 5:32 to go second quarter, just trying to get things organized on a 3rd and 12 at the Hugoton 44-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol setup. Tight end left side. Vogelmoor back to pass on 3rd down. Now rolls to his right as he's flushed out of the pocket. Looks downfield. He'll throw it for Rumford. He'll make the catch. He'll be short of the first down by about 3 yards at the 37-yard line. And that was number 9 tackling number 9, Jorge Aguilera, with a stop as Rumford makes his second catch of the night for about 8 yards.
I think Scott City will go for this, Adam. I don't think they're going to punt it.
No. Defense has been playing pretty good so far. Beavers tried a fake punt in the first quarter, run successful. This one's 4th and 4, 38-yard line right hash mark, 13 to snap it. Rumford splits to the left. Now Cook empties out of the backfield. Ooh, okay. That could have been an illegal shift there. Now look left for Rumford. Oh, it's deflected last second. That time by Aguilera, defended nicely, trying to get it out to Rumford. And Scott City 0 of 2 on 4th downs. The Beavers now 1 of 10 on the year on 4th downs, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Scott City is 1 out of 10 on 4th downs?
Correct.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sure glad you keep statistics.
I guess, even the tough ones.
Even the sad ones. I mean, that blows me away. You'd think we wow. When's he going to quit doing that, maybe?
I don't know.
He may have to.
That was a good idea on the play there.
It was.
No, good play by the defender, Jorge Aguilera.
That was a wonderful play.
Eagles at their own 38, 1st and 10, left hash mark. Down 14-0, 5:19 to go second quarter. Saldana in motion left to right. It'll be an option play right side. This time nowhere to go. And somehow, he fumbles the football late. It's loose at the 36-yard line. I think Hugoton may have ended up falling on it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yep. I think they got it. Yeah, he's saying second down.
And it was a lineman who saved the possession there, Joseph A. Hernandez, this senior. 2nd down and 3. But Scott City had that defended well.
They did. We were in the backfield. We had penetration. Rumford had the defensive end. He'd stepped across. He had gone upfield. There was no way they were going to go around that, get to the edge.
It'll be 2nd and 13, 35-yard line of Hugoton for the Eagles, down 14, 4:50 to go second quarter, 5 to snap it. They'll run a receiver on the right side. It'll be a play fake, looking on the backside wheel route. Now under duress, he'll have to throw it to his safety valve. The pass is complete, and that is Saldana, who gets it maybe back to the original line of scrimmage at the 38-yard line. And on the tackle, Jackson Rumford and Trey Ryan. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Well, that time Hernandez had plenty of time to throw the ball at him. He just didn't have anybody open, and so he threw it to his safety valve.
Hugoton tonight is 2 of 6 on 3rd down. They have 10 yards to go as we approach 4 minutes to go second quarter. 14-0 Scott City. 2 receiver set, 1 to both sides from the right hash mark, 38-yard line. Play fake as they'll go left, butted down that time by Jackson Rumford, right at about the 32-yard line. And that is another 3 and out for the Scott City defense.
Great play by Rumford. I thought Hernandez had the time to throw, but where he decided to throw the ball, he had to get it over the top of Rumford. And Rumford saw that, put his arms up, blocked it. Awesome.
4th and 10. This will be the 5th punt of the half here for Issei. His kick is blocked. The kick is blocked. And it's picked up by Armendariz. And Armendariz is going to rumble for a 25-yard touchdown. Oh, the Beavers score on special teams with 3:51 to go second quarter. It's 20-0.
I can't remember who blocked it, but you could see he was going to get it blocked. He was unblocked as he went into the backfield, it looked like to me.
That was Caden Couchman who blocked it.
Okay.
Armendariz, hey, you could call that a lineman touchdown.
Yeah. The ball, after it was blocked, bounced up into the air right into Armendariz's arms as he is running after the ball. I mean, piece of cake.
Now a special team score. Scott City's 21st non-offensive touchdown since 2013, and they're going to look to make this a 21-0 game. The kick is up, and it is perfect. Awesome. 21-0 Beavers. 3:51 to go second quarter. The kickoff comes your way in 30 seconds. This is Scott City football.
Gels, Flowers, and More in Scott City is your full-service florist that provides custom floral arrangements and great gift ideas for anyone. Stop in and see what they offer, including jewelry, snack mixes, baby gifts, balloons, baptismals, flavored coffee.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Our great corporate sponsors, High Choice Feeders, Hammy Farms, HRC Feed Yard, J&R Car and Truck, J&R Trucking, JF Beaver Advertising, and Jackson Legal Group. Well, a special team score for Scott City. Case Armendariz picks up the Caden Couchman block punt and rumbles 25 yards to the sweet nectar of the end zone. With 3:51 to go second quarter, the extra point knocked in by Jackson Rumford, and it's 21-0.
There's nothing like the defense scoring, Adam.
No.
There's nothing like it in football. It's awesome.
It'll go down as a fumble return. It's an end-over and kick by Rumford, who boots this one deep. It'll take, he was down on a knee at the 2-yard line. Oh, what a mistake by Eli Camacho. He went down on a knee to field the kickoff at his own 2-yard line.
Yeah, big mistake. White Hat was right there in position to watch it and see it happen. I mean, he was 5 yards away from the kid when he caught it. So it wasn't like one of these things where he's at the 25 or deep in the end zone. He was right there.
They'll officially mark this for Hugoton at their own 3 with their backs toward their own end zone. 21-0 Beaver lead, 3:50 to go second quarter. The receiver split to the right. Inbounds look to the left on first down. This is Hernandez breaks through across the 5. He'll get to the 6, and they'll stop him dead there. And he somehow gets out of that pile for a gain of about 3 to the 6.
Well, every time the ball gets started back here with the offense, with their back against the goalpost, you think safety. You just automatically think safety. And this isn't over down here yet.
Nope. 2nd and 7, 6-yard line. 3 minutes to go second quarter, 21-0 Beaver lead. A 2-receiver set. Miguel Hernandez is going to run the option. He'll pitch it late, and turning it upfield to about the 9-yard line goes the pitch back. Eli Camacho, he was brought down that time by a couple of Beavers, setting up a 3rd down and 3. Third down 2 at the 10.
How about that, Adam? They ran the option and with an actual pitch, and the guy who caught it was about at the 1-yard line. Man, that's taking a risk, isn't it?
That was a good play by Jackson Rumford. He's the one that ended up with the tackle after he forced the pitch. Goodland leading Ulysses 21-14 at the end of the first quarter up at Goodland. Here it's 21-0 Beavers. 2.5 to go second quarter on 3rd and about 3 from the 10-yard line. Man in motion, Saldana. It's going to be an option play right side and brought down at the 10-yard line by Holstein. At the 10-yard line is Miguel Hernandez. That's already his 12th carry for 14 yards, and it's going to bring up another 3 and out for the Beaver defense.
All right, there's going to be a punt from the end zone.
Give them a yard to 11. Hugoton taking their time on this decision.
Maybe they're going to let the clock run down.
Well, Scott City's going to burn one of their final 2 timeouts with 2:04 to go second quarter. We'll take that break as well. We'll come back in 30 seconds. 21-0 Beaver lead. Once again, back in 30. This is Scott City football.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
0478 to learn more. And go Beavers!
When we are thirsty up here in the press box, where we're at in our broadcast booth, we always drink Z Bottling. Z Bottling, high-quality H2O purified, custom-labeled water, purified drinking water, the best drinking water in southwest Kansas. Z Bottling. 4th down coming up, and a yard in his own end zone is going to be the punter, Isai Gordado. He had his last punt blocked. The Scott City go after it. They will get good field position out of that if he gets this one away. No rush. And it's a shorter line drive kick taken by Trango at the 45. Goes right, 40. Outside the numbers, 35. And that's where he's going to be tackled there. And a nice open field tackle by Jair Saldana. A 35-yard punt with about a 10-yard return with 154 and 1 timeout for the Beavers.
Well, you can sure bet the Beavers want to get in the end zone one more time before we hit halftime.
And
got great field position to do it with, too.
And also, they do get the football, I believe, to begin the second quarter. And so that is monstrous as well.
Let's get one now.
Trango to the right, Rumford to the left. 35-yard line of Hugoton for the Beavers. Pistol wing T setup. Back to passes Volgamore, but we have movement on the right side. And Scott City, with their 4th penalty in the first half, will now have 1st and 15 coming up.
Well, we just made it a little harder.
Yep.
We can still do it.
One timeout left for the Beavers. Hugoton has all three in their back pocket. Triangle will now be split to the left. Rumford will be lined up over on the right side as a receiver. Now they move Couchman, and now Kevin Wiebe over the left side. A 4-receiver set. The lone pistol back is Kelton Cook on 1st and 15 as Camden Vogelmer rolls to his left. Now steps up, and he gets out of trouble, throws it right side and throws it out of bounds, and drills one of the managers at about the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Or 15, excuse me.
Well, that one didn't work like we diagrammed it. Coach diagrammed it, I should say. We're not in charge. Oh, brother.
Stops the clock with 1:45 to go, second quarter.
I'm not sure what actually they were trying to do there either. Maybe they were really trying to get Vogelmore back to the backside and just have him run it.
2nd and 15. Cook empties the backfield. He'll be a slot receiver to the right with Tarango. Run for the left now. Cook in motion. It'll be the jet sweep for Cook on the left side on 2nd down, and Hugoton. Oh, he breaks through the tackle, is still on his feet. Down the left sideline, 20, 15, Cook, 10, 5, and the King is into the end zone to go get his crown. Touchdown, Scott City.
Wow.
27-0.
Jet sweep to the left, and he had a Hugoton Eagle holding on to him and kind of spun him around in a circle like he was going to sling him down. Adam was going to call the play dead. You could just hear him. And he broke out of that pile, went down the sideline. Nobody touched him. It was like Hugoton gave up. They thought he was tackled.
27-0 with 94 seconds to go. Kick is on the way, and Rumford is 4 for 4 on the point after tries tonight. 28-0 Beaver lead, 1:34 to go, second quarter. The Beavers to kick off in 30 seconds. This is Scott City football.
We believe investing in our community is how we make a lasting impact. It's about more than just providing wireless services. We believe in rolling up our sleeves and working side by side with local organizations. Whether you're sharing cherished moments, staying updated on trends, or exploring your surroundings, we're there to keep you connected. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
In Dodge City.
Football brought to you here by Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Low Tree Farms and Livestock, Metzger's Appraisals, Metzger Family Farms, Midwest Mixer. Also, Miller Veterinary Clinic, North Supply, New Life Market, Perfect Auto Detailing, Plain Jans, and Platinum H Insurance. Well, a 2-play, 35-yard drive after a penalty and incomplete pass. Kelton Cook takes a jet sweep. Looked like he was tackled for a couple-yard loss. Breaks through that and runs down the left sideline, the Hugoton sideline, like he's getting ready to attack the 300-meter hurdles. From 40 yards out, he scores his first touchdown since week 1 against Cimarron, and Rumford's PAT made it 28-0. And there's a high end over kick. This will be returnable at the 15. Oh, he's down to a knee, but they missed that one across the 20, 25, 30. 35 or 34-yard line goes Jair Saldana. I thought his knee was down there at about the 13, 14-yard line. Coach Turner is also pleading his case.
Yeah, no, this one ref was right there, Adam. I don't think he did.
Ooh.
I think he came really close.
It was very, very close, but Hugoton with 1:27 and all 3 timeouts in their back pocket, down 28-0. But the official had a better view than we all did.
Yep.
.34-yard line, middle of the field for the Eagles, moving to the north end zone. They'll stack receivers to the formation, both sides. Option play, Hernandez pitches it to Saldana. He'll turn it up, and he does not get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe loses a half a yard. And a nice tackle that time by Scott City. Couchman, I believe, and Holstein on that tackle. He's really shaken up after that play.
Yeah, he needs to go out. It's his right leg, knee, ankle, something. He's really struggling.
55 seconds to go, second quarter. They will bring in Daniel Alfaro, a freshman. So Hugoton goes pretty deep there. When they go into their second unit, they go to the freshman. 2nd and 10, 34-yard line. Play fake, quarterback keeper, and to the 35 goes Miguel Hernandez for about 2 on 2nd down. He has 13 carries for 17 yards as Case Armendariz with the tackle.
How many yards does Hernandez have as we approach halftime?
Yep, 17 yards on 13 carries.
Yeah.
But Scott City has held him to 33 yards of offense in this first half. Hugoton going to run this timeout.
Are they going to get this run?
They have 5 seconds to snap it. They're looking at the play clock. They may not even get this play off. 2 seconds, 1 second, and they do not. That's the end of your first half, and it is all Scott City on homecoming. 28-0. They lead it over the Hugoton Eagles here at intermission. Homecoming 2024 in the district opener for the Beavers. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break and come back with your first half scoring summary and more. This is Scott City Beaver football.
Tonight's music features some Scott City band classics like Go Big Blue, Hey Baby, War, and the Hay Song. We encourage you to sing, clap, and dance along with the students as they perform. The 7th and 8th grade band will then have their own feature at the end as they perform the Rolling Stones Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Congratulations, well, so far, 24 minutes in the books. It's a good first half of the concept. Sure is. Second quarter, the Beavers going at 6.2.
I'll be away, so probably.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we bring you the best products in agriculture through the Max Yield system, placing the right products on every field of your farm. Use Axis Seed, BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio to enhance your crop's resilience and productivity today. Trust Red Barn Enterprises for all your crop needs, and join us in cheering on the Beavers.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Sports have this amazing way of making a positive impact in our community, whether it's helping children, boosting local economies, or creating role models. That's our goal at American Implement, too. We believe in being a part of the communities we serve by just being a good neighbor. Thanks for being ours.
For 251 on 17 against Colby last week. So Scott City really battling him up. Isaiah Gerdado has 1 carry for 0 yards. Eli Camacho 2 for 5 and 4 for -7 for Jair Saldana. For Hugoton, Mikael Hernandez 2 of 6 passing for 18 yards. Both of his passes complete to Saldana. They only had 2 first and 10s. That was on that second drive. They were 2 of 8 on 3rd down. And he punted 6 times in that first half, had 1 of them blocked. They did not have a penalty in the first half. Scott City had 4 penalties for 25 yards. So the Beavers have cut down on a lot of the penalties, but still have a little ways to go. Which is crazy. Scott City had 28 points, but only 177 yards. They were well known at 200s last couple of weeks, but short field is partly due to that and a special team score.
Yeah, that's why we only have 177 yards. Oh, I didn't even see their kicker out here practicing.
Yeah, he practiced since the band came off the field.
Really?
So yeah. But Scott City rushed it 14 times, 121 yards in the first half. Kelton Cook with 93 yards on 6 carries and that 40-yard touchdown run. Caden Cashman 4 for 11. Camden Volgamore 2 for 12. And Kevin Wiebe 2 for 5. Camden Volgamore 3 of 9 through the air with 2 touchdowns, 56 yards. About 7 to Couchman for that touchdown. 1 for 29 to Kevin Wiebe and a touchdown. 2 for 20 to Jackson Rumford. The Beavers were just 2 of 4 on 3rd down, 0 of 2 on 4th down, and that's the score. They've actually did not punt in this ball game. They faked a punt on their second series, but. So that's where we're at here. Halftime 28-0. We'll have some more first half stats, or scores, halftime scores.
There you go.
And get you set up for the second half when we return in 3 minutes. 28-0 Beaver lead at the break. This is Scott City football.
Hi, this is Rebecca from your local Scott City's hardware store. We love giving back to the community, and this month is no exception. Customers will have the opportunity to round up to the nearest dollar with donations going to Scott City Fire Department. So come in, shop, and round up to the nearest dollar with donations going to Scott City Fire Department. If you are a nonprofit and would like to participate in the future, reach out to your local Scott City's hardware store. Thank you for shopping as always, and don't forget to ask, what can we help you find today?
Nothing's better than homemade food. Well, that's what you get at Mom and Pop's Burger Stop in Scott City. What makes Mom and Pop's Burger Stop so good is they serve fresh burgers and slice up the best homemade pies in town. Don't forget they have a full salad bar along with weekly specials. You can check out their Facebook page, Mom and Pop's Burger Stop, for more information on their weekly specials, or call 620-874-9292. Drop in for homemade food at Mom and Pop's Burger Stop, 308 West 5th Street, Scott City. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 2 and 5 to 8.
Preparation pays, on the field and in life. I'm Michael Trout with State Farm in Scott City. If something happened and you weren't here tomorrow, would your family be provided for? Life insurance is just the right thing to do, the way to be prepared. Stop by. State Farm, Scott City.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Proudly supporting the
At Red Barn Enterprises, we bring you the best products in agriculture through the Max Yield system, placing the right products on every field of your farm. Use Axis Seed, BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio to enhance your crop's resilience and productivity today. Trust Red Barn Enterprises for all your crop needs and join us in cheering on the Beavers.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Sports have this amazing way of making a positive impact in our community, whether it's helping children, boosting local economies, or creating role models. That's our goal at American Implement, too. We believe in being a part of the communities we serve by just being a good neighbor. Thanks for being ours.
Conference. Scott City's 2 of their final 3 opponents meeting up tonight at Denham Field in Colby. It was 21-0 Holcomb after 1. That has not changed. That's at 21-0 Holcomb leading Colby at the break. Colby 4-0 on the year. Holcomb 3-1. So Holcomb and Scott City are on pace right now to have the last of the unbeatens in district play coming up next week. At Cowboy Stadium in Goodland, it was Goodland 21, Ulysses 14. That was at the end of the first quarter. It's Goodland's homecoming tonight. And then Cimarron, they're taking on the Larned Indians. The Blue Jays are up 13-8 over Larned at the break. So let's see if Cimarron can get their first win of the season there. Other 3A scores, a good one with Clay Center and Rock Creek. That's a league game as well in the NCKL. Rock Creek, a new member of the NCKL. 7-0 Rock Creek over Clay Center at the break. We have 8-8 between Perry, Lecompton, Royal Valley. This one, kind of a top 5-ish, top 10-ish matchup in 3A, Wichita Collegiate and Pratt. It's all collegiate. The Spartans lead Pratt Greenbacks 28-6. Wellsville 22, Santa Fe Trail nothing. Wellsville's kind of one of those quiet teams in the East and 3A you got to watch out for.
Yeah, I agree with that. They never get ranked much, but have really good seasons.
Clearwater, they're in a battle with Chaparral at half, and it's 14-7 for the Clearwater Indians over the Chaparral Roadrunners. Chaparral, of course, bumping back up to 3A. And then Holton 34, Jeff West 3. Here it's 28-0 Scott City. We're ready for the second half here, and it's going to be Scott City defending the north end zone in the third 12 minutes of play. With the 28-point lead, what do you want to see for the Beavers in this second half?
All right, here we go. Beavers taking the field.
What do you want to see from them here in this third quarter?
I'd like to see this kickoff run back for a touchdown.
All right, it's Caden Couchman, Peyton Bergner deep to return.
And I'd like to see Bergner do it.
And it will be Christian Zizombo, the senior. He's a very talented kicker. He's to the left of the middle of the field, just to the left there at the 40-yard line. To kick this off, he's not right in the dead middle where that X is on the 40. He goes to the left of it. I don't think I've ever seen anybody spot up right there before. But our third quarter is underway, and the Beavers will start at their own 20 as Kochman catches it a yard deep in the end zone.
I didn't get my wish.
Nope. And you can't score if it's a touchback.
Yeah, in high school football, you cannot run them out of the end zone. Why is that?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
They don't ask me for opinions on rules.
Well, I would change that one if I could.
And so the chain gang, who's done a pretty good job, has to run clear across the field. And Scott City has their worst field position of the night at their own 20. They've started at their own 48, own 29, Hugoton 36, own 23, Hugoton 35. Tarango will be split to the left. Also, Rumford will be over to the left as well. And they'll run it left side. This is to Kelton Cook, 25, bounce to the right side, 30, 35, 40, 45. Here goes Cook, midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10. House call again. 80 yards, a career night for the homecoming king, and it's 34-0 first play of the third quarter.
Well, if I can't have a kickoff run back for a touchdown, I'll take an 80-yard play from scrimmage any day of the week. Wow.
Give credit where credit's due. That offensive line had a hat on a hat, and that was a wide open burst of 80 yards to pay dirt for Kelton Cook.
Said like an old offensive lineman.
Right?
Thank you, Adam.
He has his last 2 carries, 120 yards. Placement down, Rumford trying to make this a 35-0 game. Oh, he missed it wide left. 34-0 opening seconds of the third quarter. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Scott City football.
BBN is brought to you by Lone Tree Farms, J&R, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, S&T, Scott County Hospital, Scott Co-op, Security State Bank.
Football brought to you tonight here by Pokey Feeders, Precision Ag and Seed, Pioneer Communications, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Richards Financial Services, Road and Bean Green Agency, Iron Insurance Partners, Roto Mix, and Scott City Ice Center. Scott City on their first play of scrimmage in the third quarter, an 80-yard touchdown run by Kelton Cook. The extra point was no good. Cook now with a career high 173 yards on just 7 carries. He has 100 yards on his last, make that 120 yards on his last 2 carries that have gone for a touchdown. 34-0. Opening second half, this end over and kick is going to be bubbled, caught finally by Hunter Burrows. He'll take it right side across the 15 and does not get to the 20-yard line as Oscar Mendez and also Griffin Edwards combine on the tackle of Burrows.
The kids look like they are excited, Adam. Our
Yes.
kids. Really into the ball game. They're having fun. Oh, man. Swarming tackles. They're teeing off. Great blocking to get Cook outside. Run to daylight, man. That was run to daylight
That
if I ever
was.
saw it. That was a description.
You know, Cook has unleashed a speed here tonight. That's something that, you know, people have to watch out for here the rest of the year.
I agree.
17-yard line right hash mark in their own territory for Hugoton as they move to the north. Fullback carry on first down and meets Baylor Vasquez also in there with Ryan Lotta and Jackson Rumford. That'll be a gain of a couple on the play to the 19-yard line. Second down coming up. That was Isai Gerdado for a gain.
Wow. This is going to shortly turn into a junior varsity game.
Could be. First minute of this second half. Burrows split to the left. 20-yard line, right hash mark for Hugoton. Hernandez hands it up, back up the middle, and that's going to be another gain of about 3 or 4 to the 23-yard line. In this case, Armendariz makes the tackle on Gerdado. I'll give him 3, 3rd and 4. Hugoton tonight just 2 of 8 on third downs. Trailing this one 34-0, first 90 seconds of the second half. They're a team that wants to slow this game down, run the play clock down. They've done that all night when they've had possession of the football. Their second drive went 9 plays, and they took almost 6 minutes. It's going to be an option pitch. The pitch is late behind it. Ball's loose on the turf, and Scott City has that football at the 20-yard line. The pitch was late, recovered underneath there by Couchman, and I believe you can see who else was in there, but it's Scott City football at the Hugoton 20-yard line.
Well, that's earlier when they did that pitch and they had the ball at the goal line, and I said, that's taking a big chance doing the option and pitch. Well, it caught up with them right here. We got great field position.
The Beavers right on the outside of the Lewis Automotive red zone. Volgamore looking as he rolls to his right, looks downfield, underthrowing Alex Tarango at about the 5. Good idea that time. He was pressured by Robert Williams. Second down, a correction, that was Daniel Tinoco, a senior, 2nd and 10.
Well, that just wasn't there quick on a quick pass, nothing open. And then he did the rollout, Volgamore, and he was looking for Tarango down there, but he short hopped that ball to Tarango, and Tarango was having to dive for it. But, nobody's going to intercept it at that rate either.
20-yard line, 2nd and 10, middle of the field. Tarango splits to left as they put a man in motion, play fake. Now Camden Volkmore, he's just going to try to tuck it up and run. He'll be escorted out of bounds for a gain of 2 to the 18-yard line. That time it was Grant Niehaus running him out of bounds for a gain of 2. And Scott City hasn't had to rely much on Volkmore's running tonight, which is all right as well, but it's 3rd down and 8.
We had Tarango open in the corner of the end zone. He had done a kind of a down and out deep thing, and he was open. Just either Volkmore didn't see him or was looking at another receiver or the pressure. He just decided when he was running to his left also. That's always a hard throw when you're a right-handed guy. Maybe he didn't think he could get it there.
Lightner split to the right, Rumford to the left, and now Cook will be over to the right on 3rd and 7 from the 17. Play fake. They want to go to Rumford under duress. Now as Camden Volkmore rose to his right, still looking downfield. Now we'll just tuck it up and run. Has the first down, 10, inside the 5, and dives forward. He'll be down at the 2-yard line. And it'll bring up 1st and goal, and a nice scramble by Volkmore for a gain of 15, and 1st and goal coming up.
I think Volkmore ended up with a face full of them little plastic beads that are out there in the field. He was trying to wipe stuff off his face.
Alan Ornelas upended him there at the 2, so it's goal to go, and Scott City converts their third down of the night. They're now 3 of 5. 9:40 to go third quarter, leading 34-0. Tight end right side, receiver left, Cook. Oh, he bumbles it, and it was a bad running back exchange, and Volkmore have to fall on it at the 4-yard line. It's going to be a 2-yard loss, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, it was a snap back to him. He got it, and he turned to hand it off, and I think he just dropped it. I don't think Cook even had a chance to grab it.
I don't know if that was an option or it was just going to be straight to him, but
yeah, I didn't have a read on that either, Adam. I don't know.
9 minutes to go, third quarter. 34-0 Scott City. Goal to go at the 4-yard line for the Beavers. Here's Catchman left side, turns it upfield, lowers his shoulder, and he's in. Touchdown, Scott City. Caden Couchman scores from 4 yards out to extend the lead to 40-0 with 8:57 to go, third quarter.
Oh.
And there's that cannon once again.
I love that cannon.
And Rumford to attempt the extra point to try to give Scott City their 41st points on the board. The kick is up. This one's straighter, and it is good. 41-0 Beavers. 8:57 to go, third stanza. We'll come back in 30 seconds for the kickoff. This is Scott City football. Football presented here by Scott City Pharmacy, Giftologist, Scott Community Foundation, Scott County Abstract and Title Company, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Hospital, Scott County Records, Scott Pro. Security State Bank, Sharpshooting Supplies, Specialty Risk Insurance Agency, Spencer Pest Control, State Farm Insurance, Stevens Veterinary Services, the Solovey Foundation, and Trophy Wine and Spirits. The Beavers take advantage of a Hugoton fumble, the first turnover of the night on either side, and the Beavers go 5 plays, 20 yards, and get a 4-yard run from Caden Couchman, and Jackson Rumford's extra point made it 41-0. Rumford to kick it off from his own 40. As the Beavers navigate toward the south end zone in this third 12 minutes of play. Nice end over and kick. And this will be bouncing inside the 10 and then picked up on a bounce by Camacho. He'll take it across the 10, 15, and he's going to be brought down at the 16-yard line. That was good discipline on that Scott City special teams play because of that bounce, Tim. Sometimes special teams kickoff coverage, punt coverage, they have tendencies to over-pursue that, and they did not there.
Over-pursue, yeah. And what you mean, instead of staying in their lanes, they all focus in on that corner, and they come to it. But a lot of times, too, they when the ball hits the ground like that, people have a tendency to relax and think, oh, this is not going to get returned. Oh, We didn't do that. We kept right after them.
Second straight series in this half for the Eagles to start at their own 17-yard line, 1st and 10. 8:52, third quarter, 41-0 Beaver lead. A man in motion. Saldana, they'll run the counter option left side, and then turning it upfield, spinning, and maybe eking out a yard is going to be Camacho. He'll get 2, looks like, maybe to the 19. 2nd and long coming up.
Went right back to that pitch. You know, got to get on that horse and ride it again once you get knocked off. I like that. Coach went right back to him, made him catch another pitch.
Trey Ryan's been in quite a few tackles tonight. Good to see him back out there. First action for him since Ray.
Yeah, that is good.
2nd and 8, 19-yard line left hash mark. Just outside 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Oh, handoff on 2nd down, breaking through as a fullback. He'll gain 5 to the 24-yard line. There goes Isaiah Gerdado. Trey Ryan with the tackle, but it's 3rd down and short coming up here for Hugoton.
Well, the best thing Hugoton's doing is running the football, making the clock run.
Yep, under 8 to go, third quarter. Hugoton tonight just 2 of 9 on 3rd downs, but this one's manageable. 3 yards to go.
Mm-hmm.
That time, Gerdado ran through a tackle of Mendez at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of time to snap it. Miguel Hernandez, a junior quarterback, hands it off right side, 1st down carry, across the 35-yard line. And the best run of the night for Hugoton goes for about 12 to the 36-yard line.
And that is first-team defense for the most part out there.
It is. And, you know, Scott City maybe not blitzing like they have been as much as they're just playing base defense.
That's right. I think that's what's going on.
36-yard line. Hugoton now 3 of 10 on 3rd downs tonight as they have their first down since the opening quarter. Hernandez on 1st down, handoff once again right side. It's just fullback on this drive, and 6 yards on 1st down for Gerdado to the 41-yard line. 2nd and 4 coming up.
That's okay. You know, the thing about it is, Adam, it's still football. I don't care if the score is 41-0. It's still football. And this is why kids play football. They want to play football. You know, there's hard hitting going on out there.
Most points the Beavers have scored on Hugoton since 2015 on 2nd down. This is a carry to the 44-yard line for about 3 more, setting up 3rd and about 1.5 yards. I believe that was the quarterback on the keeper that time. That was Miguel Hernandez. 3rd and yard coming up.
This is the biggest game in town, too. Look, think of all the people that are here or have been here under the lights. Beautiful evening in Scott City. I mean, it's fantastic.
Another 3rd down attempt. This one's short. 3rd and 1. Midway point, 3rd quarter, 41-0 Scott City. 15 to snap it for Hugoton. Hernandez takes a snap, hands it off right side, and stood up at 45, but driven back. I think is Isai Gerdado enough for a 1st down. Case Armandere is helping lead the charge, but it's going to be just across the 45 for a 1st and 10.
Yeah, I think their spot's right on. I would have gave him the 1st and 10 for sure.
So they have converted back-to-back 3rd downs on this drive, just across the 45 with 5:45 to work 3rd period. 3-minute drive for the Eagles. Scott City 41-0 here on homecoming. Flex bone set. The receiver to left, they'll send Saldana motion to the right. It'll be an option. It's a fullback getting the carry on 1st down, and he squeaks out about 3 to the 48 on 1st down. Underneath there was Ryan Lotta on the tackle. 2nd down and about 7, as this time Gerdado's just had a bulk of the carries on this drive, all but 2 of them.
Well, he's getting a workout. Looked like he had a finger jammed, and I can't remember. Looked like he was out there pulling on it or something.
He has 8 carries and 33 yards. Currently their leading rusher, but he's had 5 of the 6 carries, or 6 of the 7 carries on this drive. Bumbled snap on 2nd down. The toss is behind. It's still loose on the turf and then fallen on, that time by Isai Gerdado, all the way back at the 40-yard line. That is a loss of 7. That was a disaster from the beginning. It was a low snap from Aquiles Aguilera, the sophomore center. And it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, Hernandez should have just picked it up or just fallen on it. Instead, he turns and does a quick pitch thing out there to his halfback, who is totally unprepared for the football.
So it's a loss of 6 to the 41-yard line. 3rd down and 14. 4:15 here in this 3rd and running clock. 41-0 Scott City. Play fake. Hernandez back to pass. Under duress as he rolls to his left in the pocket. Fires it downfield, and it's picked off. It's picked off by Brody Holstein, his 2nd pick of the year on an underthrown ball at the 47-yard line in Scott City territory.
Well, when you get desperate on the other team, you do some things that you shouldn't do sometimes. It's like Brett Favre back with Green Bay. He would get desperate at times, and sometimes he was brilliant, and sometimes he was stinking it up, man.
As a minority owner of the Packers, I can say that's probably about accurate. 47-yard line. Here's a catch and sweep, and this is going the wrong way. That's a loss of 7 on 1st down.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
Hugoton blitzed right away there. Von Grubbs with the tackle, but it's 2nd down and 17 to go.
Minority owner of the Green...
I got a share of Packer ownership.
How did you get that?
They have them every once in a while when they need updates and stuff, and they're just shares. I think it was $350 to be an owner, and so I bought a share.
I love it. I love it. Did they give you a helmet or something?
They give you a certificate, and you get membership. You get discounts at their store.
Oh, my gosh.
I've taken advantage of it.
I love it.
Absolutely. 2nd and 17. So I'm the only one that can complain about the Packers around here, but I don't make any decisions.
Okay.
Pierce Vallejo empties the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and Scott City uses up too much time. And this might be the first delay game on Scott City in about 3 years.
I love that end zone time clock, play clock. That thing is awesome. We should never have a delay game because of that thing.
Well, 2nd and about to, I would say, maybe to Pokey Feeders. 35-yard line.
That's way south, folks.
That's way south, yes. You're about halfway to Garden City by then. Same setup. They'll send Vallejo in motion. Play fake to him. Volgamore rolls to his right. He's under duress immediately. Now steps up. Still rolls to right. Finds Couchman. 39-yard line. Breaks through 1 tackle. And pulls an eagle to the 44-yard line. He'll get about 9 yards back. Setting up 3rd and 13.
Oh, how fun. Must have got out of bounds. Clock stopped. My enemy is the clock at the moment.
Yep. 5 of 11 passing is Volgamore tonight for 65 yards, and it'll bring up 3rd and 13, but the clock stops with that.
I should feel really good because a week ago in Ulysses, halftime was just over about now.
It truly was.
Oh, that took forever down there.
It did. Just a lot of penalties, a lot of incompletions.
A lot of scoring.
And a lot of scoring. 3rd and 13 for the Beavers at their own 44. Volgamore back to pass. Now we'll roll out. Now we'll step up in the pocket, and he is sacked back at the 38-yard line. And on the tackle that time was Von Grubbs. He's been a pretty good defensive end for Hugoton tonight. And Scott City, with their first 3 and out of the night, will be forced to punt.
And I'll bet they punt this one. There will be no fake to this one.
No. That was just one of those series where they just tried stuff and see what happens.
Yep.
Reed Felker to snap this to Jackson Rumford, who's standing at his own 25. He'll boot this one away. A nice kick, and it's going to be misplayed inside the 10. They will mark this at the 6-yard line where it's downed by Caden Couchman. And I think Scott City has the football. I think that was touched by the returner.
Well, that's what this official back there that was watching it, he thinks Hugoton touched the football. If they did touch it, I don't think you can pick it up and
you cannot advance it. Eli Camacho, they threw the marker at where he returned it from, which was at the 21-yard line. The officials are talking this over with 2:13 to go. Scott City thinks they have the ball at the 7.
Well, he threw his marker because he thought Camacho touched it. And the way Camacho acted, I thought the same thing.
Hugoton has their offense out on the field. Scott City has a combination of offense and defense out on the field.
And it's probably going to be, did anybody else of the officials, did anybody else see that happen? Did he touch that?
We cannot go to instant replay on this. We'll get the official signal from the White Hats. And it's going to be first down, Hugoton at the 7. So they say no touch.
Okay.
Good piece of officiating to talk things over with 2:13 to go third quarter.
Well, Camacho, when that ball first hit and then bounced, I thought he touched it. But he didn't go chase the ball. And that's why I thought, well, now I'm not sure.
That's true. So kind of a break there for Hugoton, who's had 2 turnovers in this second half on their first 2 possessions. Scott City now +1 in the turnover department this year. It'll be a handoff right up the middle once again. Scott City swallows this up immediately. It's a gain of about 3 to the 10-yard line for the fullback, Isai Gerdado, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 7 with under 2 to go third quarter. Ryan Lotta helps with the tackle there.
Well, Scott City defense would like to hold Hugoton right here where they are, make them punt from basically the goal line. Well, we'll see what happens.
2nd and 8. Make that 2nd and 7, 10-yard line. 95 seconds to go, third quarter, 41-0 Scott City. Beavers with 2 touchdowns in this third period. Miguel Hernandez sends a man in motion. He'll get that toss. That Saldana goes right side. He is brought down immediately at the 5-yard line. Scott City collapsing the right side with Jackson Rumford. And third down and long coming up.
Third down and long. There'll be Hernandez with a run, I think, out of the pocket, or they're going to throw the football.
They officially marked this just outside the 6, 3rd and 11. Final minute of this third quarter. Hugoton 4 of 12 on third downs. Man in motion. It'll be an option, but they'll give it to the fullback. He'll spin through a tackle, and he'll get to the 15, and a nice run that time by Isai Gerdado. 2 yards shy of the first down when it looked like he was going to be stopped at the line originally, but Griffin Edwards with the tackle. 4th and 2 coming up for Hugoton.
Oh, they surely are going to punt this.
Gerdado's been their leading rusher tonight on 11 carries for 39 yards.
I don't know. Is he going to go for this, Adam?
Well, I don't think they need to snap it because the game clock is about 3 or 4 seconds ahead of the play clock.
Okay.
And they're just going to take this to the fourth quarter.
Okay, I didn't see that.
41-0 here on homecoming for the Beavers over Hugoton as we go to the fourth quarter. We'll come back in 1 minute for the final 12 minutes of play. This is Beaver football.
Furo Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furo Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Scott City is planning for a punt, as it looks like that will be the case. It will be back in punt formation. Isai Gardado, the sophomore. Alex Tarango standing at the 48-49 of Hugoton. Oh, we got movement. I think that might have been a false start on the, if that's a offsides on Scott City, that's a Hugoton first down, but I thought there was movement on the right side as well by Scott City, but I think they're pointing toward the Beaver side.
Boy, I missed it. I looked downfield to see who was returning for us. Oh, it is against Hugoton.
Yep. That is their first penalty of the night.
Wow.
Scott City with 5 penalties for 30 yards. They've cleaned it up a lot. Well, it took 36 minutes for Hugoton to get their first penalty of the night.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
It is.
So they'll mark this back at the 10, and it's 4th and 7. There was a little bit of movement on the right side of the Hugoton formation. And now Gardado will punt it from 2 yards deep at his own end zone. High snap and safety. 2 more points for the Beavers. They get a safety for a second straight week, and it's now 43-0. 3 with timing running off in the 4th quarter.
What is it, a 45-point lead?
Yep, 45, yeah.
Yeah, so we need 2 more points to have a running clock. Man, I didn't see a safety coming out of that. I did not see. I mean, I saw him snap it over his head, but his snaps have been pretty good tonight. So
yes, they have been.
I didn't see that coming.
So 3 seconds elapsed in the 4th quarter, and it's 43-0. See.
Maybe the long snapper said, I've had enough of getting hit. I'm going to snap it out of the back end of the end zone.
I guess, yeah. That could have been the case.
Could be. You never know. Let's see. Is he he's a senior.
So a free kick coming from the 20-yard line. The Beavers will be in Holcomb next Friday night. And interestingly enough, it'll be the first time in 4 years Scott City will play at Holcomb. Remember 2 years ago, that game was played at Garden City Community College.
Sure was. I thought they might do that again. But
Coach Todd Richardson adjusting his special teams, the free kick return team, I guess you could call it.
Well, this kid's got a great leg.
He does.
So they better get back 60 yards.
I would not think that there would be an onside kick, but you never know in this day and age.
Well, we're not ready for one.
Nope. 11:57 ago. This is Christian Zizombo. He has a good boot. He kicks this one. And this is taken on a hop by Cashman, his own 25. Up the middle, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And he's into Scott City, or Hugoton territory to the 45-yard line as he takes it back 30 yards.
Boy, there was nothing fancy about that return. It was, He ran that baby straight up the middle. But he had good blockers right there in front of him, too. I thought it was going to pop at the and then it was going to be between him and whoever the safety was.
He was just tripped up there at the last second by Daniel Tinoco, a senior. 46-yard line of Hugoton for Scott City, 1st and 10, middle of the field, 11:50 to go in this one. Leitner split to the right. New quarterback is Metzger. This is Matthew Wheeler's first carry. He breaks through a tackle and spins out of one, I should say, as he gets the spin cycle on the wash and takes it for 7 to the 39.
And it's our, this looks like second team offense all the way, doesn't it?
Well, first team line still.
Is it?
Yep. But you have Drew Metzger in there at quarterback. Jack Leitner will be split to the right, but it's still the first team line.
Good, that's the way to do it.
Kay John will be split to the left. You have Bergner as a halfback to the left. Pierce Vallejo as a tailback. Matthew Wheeler in motion. This is a Vallejo carry on second down. He rumbles for a first down to the 30-yard line on a gain of 9.
Well, you know how we have always talked about the offensive line is always a unit in and amongst itself, those 5 guys. And I've always thought the best way to do it is keep the offensive first team line in there. Let them block for that second team backfield some.
30-yard line, 1st and 10. Ulysses was leading Goodland at the break 22-21. That's a little bit of a stunner there. Here's a carry for Bergner, his first rush of the year. He'll gain 2 on first down to the 28-yard line. The senior Robert Williams with the tackle, but 2nd and long coming up as we're in the opening seconds of the 4th quarter.
I did not see Ulysses beating Goodland in any way, shape, or form.
No.
That score surprises me.
For sure. 2nd and 8, 28-yard line as we're in the first minute of this fourth quarter. 43-0 Scott City. Leitner split to the right, Caden to the left. Drew Metzger, the sophomore quarterback since Bergner motion. They'll swing it out right, and Leitner just cannot quite get that first reception of his career. Passes a little low, 3rd and 8.
Threw it right at his feet.
Where only Leitner can make the catch. But it was just a little low.
Well, maybe if he'd have stuck his foot out there, it bounced off of it up, and then he could have caught it.
There was a little pressure in his face. That was Robert Williams. 3rd and 8, 28-yard line of Hugoton for Scott City. With 10:44 remaining, 43-0 your score. Pistol wing T tied in the right, receiver left, and it's going to be an out and up. This is going to be Aiden Trango. Can he make the catch? You betcha! And he's got a touchdown. Aiden Trango with his first career varsity touchdown, and it's 49-0 in the running clock with 10:25 to go.
Out and up pattern by little Tarango. And great pass from Metzger.
Absolutely.
Now, that was a great pass.
And that is Drew Metzger's first varsity touchdown pass. And this is going to be Junior Mesa to try to tack on the 50th point. He needs a holder. It's older brother Alex coming out there, Alex Tarango. And it's a running clock the rest of the night, folks. Kick is up, and Mesa is now 3 of 4 on the year, and the Beavers with a 50-burger on the board. 50-0 with 9:43 to go in a running clock. Fourth quarter, the kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Scott City football.
We believe investing in our community is how we make a lasting impact. It's about more than just providing wireless services. We believe in rolling up our sleeves and working side by side with local organizations. Whether you're sharing cherished moments, staying updated on trends, or exploring your surroundings, we're there to keep you connected. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
Toby, Oakley, and Scott City.
Aiden Tarango with his first varsity touchdown. Same with Drew Metzger, 28-yard pitch and catch on 3rd and 8. And the extra point for Junior Mesa and Beavers with back-to-back 50-point nights. As it's a continuous clock with the league rules, the 45-point margin in the fourth quarter. It's 50-0 with 8:38 to go.
Well, the 7th graders got beat yesterday, 48-0 by the Hugoton Eagles. And they had a running clock. So this is maybe kind of payback for the little guys.
There you go. Mesa to kick this one off. Nice enduring kick.
Oh, nice kick.
And this is on the run, returned by Hugoton across the 10, 15, up the middle, 20, 25, and taking it to the 30-yard line, across the 30 to the 31-yard line. I believe that was 21 on the return.
How can you tell? There were 9 Beavers that tackled him. They were all together as they went to the ground.
Daniel Alfaro, the freshman.
We only had 2 Beavers standing up at the end of that play.
And 7:49 to go. Yep.
And as soon as you say that, it's already 7:39.
Yeah, right?
I love it. Hey.
It's a continuous clock here in this fourth quarter, and a lot of the first team out for the night. Hugoton subbing in some of their JVers as they get a sneak peek of what they're going to see on Monday night down in Hugoton. Handoff goes left side. This is a quarterback. This is going to be Eli Camacho, who is the backup quarterback. He will take it right to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Second down coming up. Scott City getting some of their young kids in there. You get Max Depperschmidt, Mickey Gossman out there. Easton Eisenhower in there. Drew Metzger, K. John, Matthew Wheeler, Pierce Vallejo, Baylor Vasquez out there, just some of them. Junior Mesa, 2nd and 10, 30-yard line. Man in motion. Here's Camacho with the toss right side and turning it upfield, and that's time. They're laying the lumber there for a gain of a yard. Pierce Vallejo on the tackle of the running back. That's Grant Good on the carry for the 32, 3rd and 9 coming up.
I remember my first time ever being on the offense, or on the, get out on the field in a varsity game, Adam.
Yeah.
As a sophomore, I took statistics on the sideline.
Okay.
I will finish this in a minute.
Were you very good at it?
Yeah, I was great at statistics.
As long as you were patting them for Scott City. 4-12, the Eagles on third down as we're near the midway mark of this fourth quarter, 50-0. Option by Camacho. He'll turn it upfield, and he is going to be stopped 2 yards shy of the first down at the 39-yard line by the free safety, Drew Metzger. And a nice 6-yard run, or make that 7-yard run for Camacho.
Well, I was taking statistics, and we were winning in a game just like this. Scott City was, and Coach Huck was running up and down the sidelines. Has everybody been in? Has everybody been in? And I'm standing there, and I kind of waved at him. He took that clipboard and threw it and threw me out into this. Said, "Get out there."
4th and 2. Hugoton's going to punt this at their own 39-yard line left hash mark. Aiden Tarango could get an opportunity for a return here. Here's a Gerdado punt, a low wobbly kick. This will bounce inside the 25 on a hop at the 20-yard line, bobbled a little bit, but the freshman will take it. Tarango will take it to the 25-yard line with 5:11 to go.
Oh, what a game.
It's 28-0 for Holcomb over Colby going into the fourth quarter at Denon Field. And so 1st and 10 for the Beavers at their own 24-yard line with under 5 to go.
Boy, the Eagles had their bubble pop tonight, didn't they?
Yes, they did. You know, that's still a pretty good Colby team. You got to watch out for them.
I know.
Scott City has to go up to their place to end the regular season. But more importantly, the Beavers are 1-0 here in district play. Most lopsided loss in this series in quite a while. Metzger is still at quarterback on first down. This will be Martin Perma, the nice carries. He bats the left side, 30, 35. He'll take it across the 40, and he's tackled from behind by Christian Padron, the sophomore, but not before a 18-yard run by catch 23 to the 42-yard line.
Oh, that was, what a nice cut he made a couple of times there to follow his blocker. Beautiful run.
42-yard line, 4 minutes to go in this one. Beavers up comfortably, 50-0. Kelton Cook, the homecoming king, with 2 rushing touchdowns tonight. And Matthew Wheeler is going to be brought down immediately and brought down hard to the turf. Little moans and groans, but just hustle play. Wheeler loss of about 4 to the 38. Nice play that time by Christian Padron. 2nd down coming up. But the Beavers 4-1. More importantly, 1-0 in district play. Hugoton, they will bounce out or step out of district play next week. They'll get Cimarron at home. They've had 3 consecutive weeks of homecoming games, including tonight. They had homecoming at Lake 2 weeks ago. Here's a carry for Trey Idle on 2nd down. He's got some blockers in front of him. He'll turn it upfield. Oh, bounce it out a little bit quicker, but a nice run nonetheless to make a 3rd and medium at the 46 on a gain of 8. 3 minutes to go.
Hugoton has been at 3 weeks in a row. It was homecoming.
Yep, they were at Lakin 2 weeks ago for homecoming, hosted homecoming with Colby last week, and then homecoming here tonight.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
That's too much homecoming for me.
I think they're homecominged out.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Beavers 4 of 7 on 3rd down tonight. This is 3rd and 7. Make that at their own 3rd and 6, excuse me. Here's Wheeler around the left side. He will stumble out of bounds about 2 yards shy of the first down at midfield. He'll be pushed out of bounds there on a gain of 4. And 4th down, and Scott City's going to go for it here.
Oh, there was a little extra curricular activity here on the Scott City side. As Wheeler ran out of bounds, a couple of Hugoton guys ran out of bounds with him and ran into some of our kids.
4th and a couple. High snap, but there's going to be Perma, and Hugoton steps him for no gain on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, we're watching the game right now that's going to happen on Monday night. Everybody out there's JV.
1st and 10 with 1:47 to go. A 49-yard line, excuse me, of Scott City for Hugoton. 90 seconds to go in this one. And gets in there now for Scott City. Get David Johnson, the junior. Of course, the class of 1979 for Scott City here enjoying this game tonight.
Yeah, they're having their 45th anniversary.
Not bad. Adrian Garcia in there as a corner. First and 10, 49-yard line, a man in motion. Camacho will follow his lead blocker. Will try to bounce to the left. He will gain maybe 2 to the 47. Brought down there by Drew Metzger, also in there, Easton Eisenhower, for about 2 to the 47 with 50 seconds to go. Hugoton now will be 3-2. They'll be 0-2 in district play. Cimarron, Holcomb, and Goodland to wrap up the regular season. A couple of those are at home.
Yeah, they have a good game with Cimarron and Goodland.
I think so too. Second down and long. Maybe Camacho running the option. He'll pitch it late, and now nice backtracking, and losing a yard out of that will be good. He'll go back to the 48, what might be the final play of the ball game. Scott City with their second shutout of the year. 50-0 on homecoming. They take care of business tonight in a big way over the Hugoton Eagles on homecoming. Scott City 4-1 on the year, and a huge District 8 matchup next week with the Holcomb Longhorns in Holcomb. Hugoton will host Cimarron in non-district play next Friday night, as that is it here from Darner Field. Post-game coverage comes your way in 3 minutes. This is Scott City football.